Hey, what's up, everybody? It is the return, I guess you can say, of Morning Cup of Merch. And it's been over a year. Now, of course, if you have been following my entire journey, you know that this is but one outlet for my Merch by Amazon and other print on demand journeys that includes the 4554 podcast, as well as the YouTube channel, Nick Eden on YouTube. So if you are not subscribed to both, please head over to YouTube, Nick Eden, and the 4554 podcast on all of your podcast outlets. Subscribe, check out the video content, you know, usual stuff. but yeah, so I decided that it was time to bring back Morning Cup of Merch. And the reason I decided to bring back it was Morning Cup of Merch is because of the changes that I'm making in terms of the 4554 podcast. So what that means is whereas the 4554 podcast, if you listen to the most recent episode, on that show, I'm talking about how it's time to move on from Merch by Amazon. And that doesn't mean that I'm quitting print on demand. It doesn't mean that I lost my account. Quite the contrary. I still have my account. I'm still rocking with Amazon, going on 4 years now. So yeah, I'm still rocking with Amazon. That's not going to change anytime soon. But I am moving on in terms of switching my focus to a lot more Shopify content as I go and try to scale up this massive new venture that I'm doing. And because of that, by the way, this is not, if you can see this, you're looking at the video version of it. That's a Red Bull. I'm not drinking on the job. But as I scale that Shopify portion, the 4554 podcast is going to speak more towards that journey and the process that I'm taking week by week. So that content is largely going to shift. But in the process, I said, you know what? I still need to do Merch by Amazon specifically, podcasting type of content. And I said, what better way than to bring back a show that, one, when I was doing Morning Cup of Merch 5 days a week, it really kept me accountable. It really did. I enjoyed doing it. It kept me on my toes. It kept my research going. I truly enjoyed doing that. So there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to do with Morning Cup of Merch. I will tell you, at least for right now, it's not going to be 5 days a week. Because when you think, see, right now I got the 4554 podcast. I'm doing extra content on the Instagram for the 4554 podcast, and then even on Clubhouse, I'm running 2 rooms a week in the print on demand success room. Shout out to Sinconto Cox Smith. So it's a lot going on, and because it's a lot going on, I say, you know what? Let me not do that 5 days a week. Let me not shoot myself in the foot, ruin my life and my family because I'm talking to y'all all the time. Plus, I'm not being funny, but I'm not monetized yet, so it's going to be really difficult to do all of that and then try to justify that. In addition to having a little something called a Merch by Amazon account, where I actually have to do research, upload, market, the whole nine, and then I have a day job. So, for me, this was just a great return because I truly enjoyed doing content for everyone. I truly enjoy it when people come to me and they say, you know what, Nick, I really appreciate what you've done. It's helped me in my merch journey. I love the content. Hey, can you help me out with this? Hey, can you help me out with that? I have no problem with that. But I did think that there needed to be an outlet specifically for Merch by Amazon. Unfortunately, if you've noticed, there's not a lot of merch specific content. I would say that's not to take away from what Hella Bella is doing or Merch Money. RJ has kind of expanded out a little bit. He's doing a lot more Redbubble content. Detour Shirts do a lot of Redbubble content. Lisa Irby. There are a lot of content creators out there. You should definitely subscribe to all of them and check out their content. But I wanted to do something that was specifically about Merch by Amazon. Plain and simple. What's going on? And it's going to be a plethora of things. It's not just going to be me coming on every week and talking about merch. I'm going to be doing some unboxing. I think that one of the biggest things that we have in terms of issues with Merch by Amazon is we're designing for something that essentially we do not know what it looks like unless we purchase our own shirt. Now, I am, well, no, I can't show you this one. This one was actually printable anyway, but uh, I have purchased several of my shirts in all different sizes. Men's and women's fit. My wife has worn them. My kids have worn them. So I think doing some unboxing videos so we can actually see what it is. Doing some for the hoodies. Like I don't know why before. There's one particular niche. The shirts have stopped selling, but the hoodies I'm selling 2 a day. 1 to 2 a day. Transparency. And it's blowing my mind because I'm like, well, I don't know why it's all of a sudden this increase. Um, I won't give, I won't take it for granted. I appreciate it, but I want to be able to unbox not that specific hoodie, but a hoodie nonetheless, so that people can see. Look, when I am designing for these products, this is what I'm getting. I'll be honest with you. My worst, like, I'll put it this way: I've sold more pillows than phone cases, both iPhone and Samsung. Yet I know people that are selling tons of them, but can't sell a pillow to save their life. And so I think that if we get a chance to actually see these things, take them out of the packaging, feel them, hold them up, show you in the camera. This is what it looks like. This is the actual size. It fits, this way. Know what it is that you're selling. I think that it can help you just a little bit more. Now, unboxing is not going to be the only thing that we do on this channel. That's just not going to be the case. But it is really a situation where this is going to be an all-encompassing Merch by Amazon piece of content. Now, what does that do for the podcast version? Because that it's a very tricky thing to do the type of content that traditionally video would enjoy a bit more than audio. Well, here's the answer. The podcast version is going to have extra content. So, like with this episode, this is going to be on both the podcast version and on my YouTube channel. But there's going to be a separate piece of content that goes to the audio version that you're not going to get on the video version. We got to get, some people don't like YouTube. Some people just like listening to it on their podcast. And so I think the best way to do that and the best way to make it fair and equal so that everybody is getting a little something to their individual taste, I'm going to do extra content there. So look out for that. I'm really excited about things that I have planned for Morning Cup of Merch. So we are going to be 1 day a week starting off. I'm actually planning on bringing in some guests. There are some new, wonderful, exciting people that I met in the world of print on demand. There are some older faces that, and I say older not in age, but just in terms of how long you've seen them. There are going to be some older faces, classic, let's put it that way, classic faces that you have not seen in a while that are going to be coming back, and they can drop in and we do a little bit of merch content and just really see where it goes. Like I have a plan for this platform and how I'm going to scale it and what I'm going to do with it. But I also want to have fun in the process. I love talking shop. I love talking about print on demand. I love talking about Merch by Amazon. I've said it time and time again on both podcasts, on the YouTube channel, and every single interview that I've done, that this is the most unique and one of the absolute best opportunities that has come along in print on demand for quite some time. And in e-commerce in general, as Matt Sharon once said, this is a smart way to start in e-commerce. And so, yeah, that's just really where we are. And to be quite honest with you, I cannot wait to see what we have in store. Now, what does that mean for you, the listener or the viewer? I'm going to be calling on you. I'm going to be calling on you because I want to do some call-in shows. I want to get your questions. We're going to do merch in the mail because it's one thing for me to sit here in my literal corner of the world and and say, oh, well, look, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that without hearing from you. So we're going to do some merch reviews. For the video version, we'll do, just some reviews of your shirts or any of your listings, see if I can help you with keywords, different things like that. Morning Cup of Merch is going to be an interactive platform. This is not just about me. This is about making sure that all of us, because I'm not the biggest seller in the world, this is about making sure that all of us have the opportunity to put out the best designs and make the most amount of money for what it is that we're doing in this print on demand journey. That's all I got for today, guys. Take care. I am excited at where we are going with this. This is going to be great. I am uber excited that you have come back on this journey with me. And I look forward to seeing you next time, next week. Take care.